go.
Let's get ready to juggernaut, bitch. We back.
What?
New gaming order. Alex, Lexus, Nelson, and our new gaming order staff coming at you with segment number 2. For those of you joining us on YouTube, make sure you check out our first segment talking about Gears of War Ultimate Collection and the players that were banned for leaking the videos. So leave your comments on that video, and then just spread the word. New gaming order bring you this news that I think people care about. But anyway, next topic. Konami. Shame on you guys.
Fucking assholes.
Shame on you guys. Now, for the sake of time, I'm taking 3 topics and merging them into one.
Ooh, he got the fucking Konami hashtag. I'm putting that on Twitter right now. I'm putting it on Twitter right now. Let's go.
You know what? I tell you what.
That is brought to you by Alpha Mega Sin. I was watching this video when you guys invited me for the call today.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
But
I agree with on your knees. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now here's the thing with Konami, and I'm gonna swallow crow on this one because I used to.
Hey, whoa,
That's
hey.
a Southern term, sucker.
Whoa! is that what you call what you do on the weekends with the strange man, Alex?
Ooh.
You don't want to quit.
I've never heard that before, my brother.
I'm tapping out. And Chris had to walk off.
I had to turn the lights
but
on.
go ahead,
It's a bit
Alex.
dark.
All right.
Hey, go ahead, Alex.
Basically, that's a Southern term for I have to.
Okay, man. Go ahead, man.
Because I defended Konami. Remember how we used to go in on Capcom, EA, and all these companies for bad practices and messing things up and whatnot? And I always say, hey, you never really hear anything going wrong in the Konami household. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And now somebody pulled this rock up and you see all the worms and all its ugliness underneath the surface. So basically, as a whole, those of you who watched several podcasts back, how Konami is treating Kojima and the whole Metal Gear franchise, and they're showing their true colors. And I think I had called it when I said that the higher echelon at Konami are, I guess, they're looking for a quick return. It's not profitable to do AAA titles anymore. So their business model, their slot machines and their mobile games, they're making a quicker turnaround there. So whomever is in power now, it seems as if they have this thing where, hey, if you don't do what we want, then we're gonna push you out. Now, this also brings in the designer and producer for the Castlevania series, Koji, picking up from Symphony of the Night and on. Now, he went on to say that Konami will bully their developers and push them around. And it's like, what? And On Your Knees has sent me a video that was since taken down from YouTube and then re-uploaded.
Yeah, so, the guy called Konami PR, probably in the U.S. They put it back up, but that was probably Konami Japan that shut it down.
So basically, Konami, I used to think the world of them because they brought us such great franchises like Contra, Castlevania, freaking Metal Gear, and other shooting like Gradius and things like that. I'm going way back, and I'm pretty sure NYC Playboy know what I'm talking about with those old school games. But
he brought it back to Gradius. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just saying, wow, if Koji, the producer of Symphony of the Night and on, said that, and he's long since left the company, without fear of him being attacked or being blacked out like they're doing to Kojima and his team. They shut internet blackout, card access to certain rooms. What the hell is up with those people at Konami? Happy workers are productive workers, and if you're mistreating them, Tecmo did the same thing to Itagaki with Dead or Alive.
They got him, yo.
Yeah, they got him good. It's just now I don't see these developers that we have grown to love, like Capcom, Konami, EA, THQ, a couple other folks that I truly believe we're gonna be in an era of independent developers, people going by Kickstarter and so on and so forth. Koji went ahead. The successor to Castlevania, the spiritual successor, already made its financial goals within a day, not even 4 hours. So basically now we're probably looking at a new business model. Independent producers are like, hey, I want to make this game. It's for you, by you. Bam. This is my financial goal, and then they go over that, and then you get what you pay for. Like, hey, I donate to this. At least I know it's gonna work. The game won't be rushed. They won't be like caught out there. You know what I mean? And I love that Joe Higashi Nelson. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just throwing that out there, starting with On Your Knees. What's your response to that? I can't believe you, Nelson. Wow.
Everyone who's watching the stream right now, this is to get Alex back. Joe Higashi pulling his bare ass in Alex's face.
What is this, Sheamus versus Dolph Ziggler? Yeah, I didn't lose no matches. Ew. All right, go ahead, Chris. Hey, don't mind that.
No, don't mind that at all. Just keep going.
All right, let me put that back up there for a second. Yeah, so I can't stop laughing.
I'm gonna keep putting more, Alex. You're gonna keep getting it now. It's over.
Because I trolled him earlier. It's all good.
All right, I got something else on that screen.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all about the greed. Konami's moving over to their gambling part of their franchise, because that's where they're going to make the money. And they don't give two shits about their gaming part of their company, because it's all about the bottom line. That's all it boils down to. Same with these other companies. They want to milk more and more out of their people, and they don't give two shits about the legacy these people are leaving behind.
Yeah, which is messed up.
Yeah, it's all about the short-term profits. They don't care about the longevity, which is pretty much a shift you see in all corporations. They all care about short-term and leave the problems to the next person.
And the sad thing about that, legacy franchises just dissolve because of this practice, you know? But, alright, so with that, Takuma, what are your thoughts on Konami? What the fuck, man?
I'm kind of, disappointed and hurt that all that stuff is going on, especially with a dude who gave us, the guy who gave us Metal Gear and everything else, and with Konami who gave us such great games.
And don't forget about Koji, Castlevania.
It's a disappointment, and I'm hurt because I grew up on a lot of their games from way back when. I mean, them games have stories, so I'm kind of hurt. Hopefully they can be grown men, come back to the table and hash all this out, but as when I'm reading the way it looks, I don't know. So I still hope
it's not gonna happen. At Konami, Kojima's team said they will never have a working relationship with Konami ever again. That's it.
Yeah. I still hope we do still get some future Metal Gear games in the future, and the one that's supposed to be coming out this year. I still hope it gets released. It will. I'll buy it. They'll get my money, so I'll buy it. But hopefully in the future he can go with another company and he can continue to make games that he was making. He's with Konami, but I'm kind of hurt by that. So that's all I got.
Okay. Khalif, what are your thoughts on how Konami was handling Kojima and Koji coming out and putting that Twitter? It's actually he went through his translator talking about how Konami bullies their producers and whatnot, and ultimately have them leave.
Yeah, well, I saw this coming, man. As soon as they kind of did what they did with PT and they delisted from the stock exchange, I saw it coming. It was bound to happen. They're moving away from gaming, moving more to mobile, I should say, and their casinos and all that good stuff there. But I saw it coming. As far as Kojima goes, I mean, I'll go ahead and say Metal Gear Solid is my favorite game all time. Metal Gear is my favorite franchise all time. Right. So I mean, with Metal Gear 5, I know it's going to be good. I'm not even tripping on that. I know it's going to be good. And as far as Kojima goes, I'm pretty sure everybody is bending over backwards trying to get him. I'm quite sure that he can't really do anything right now because Metal Gear 5's not out yet. They still got probably DLC they got to work on, Metal Gear Online and stuff like that. So he's probably going to go through the motions and get his and fulfill his end of the bargain. But after that, you can bet your ass that he's not going to have any problem finding a job.
Yeah, or he'll do like the other producer did and probably kickstart like a spiritual successor to Metal Gear, or he can finally embark on making the games that he felt he
wants to make. You
Yeah.
know, he's gonna have full control over what he wants to do. Now, I mean, you know, I still kind of think, you know, like, you know, Kojima is Kojima, but there's still other, you know, hundreds of people that help make Metal Gear. So I know that it's not just a one-man team,
Yeah,
and you know, Metal Gear will rise again. I'm actually excited to see somebody else's take on Metal Gear. You know, I love the franchise. I love all the characters. I would love to see a Metal Gear Solid like reboot, you know, with still those same characters.
Oh my God,
maybe
yes.
you know, something like that, you know, and I know that, you know, I could give two shits about Konami at this point, you know, because like I said, I saw this coming, and you know, if they want to do this to their fans and all the people that have been, you know, raised on their games, then, you know, to hell with them. But you know, my favorite franchise, I know it'll be all right. Metal Gear will be all right.
And you know, Khalif, you made a good point. That's similar to how Capcom was handling Mega Man, and it's like they forgot what got them
Exactly.
and the foundation that they sit on right now.
Right.
That's real messed up how Konami was doing them like that. It's just terrible. But
My God, you know how many hours I set up and played Life Force?
yeah, you know what? And then you don't even see them in the next new generation. You know, it's sad. But Nuke, moving on. Nuke, what are your thoughts on this Konami situation?
No.
They crash.
There you go.
Crash.
I mean, you can't.
There you
There's
go.
no more loyalty, yo. It's like it's all about the money. It's
And,
all
you
money
know,
now, yo.
And the sad thing is,
Ain't loyal.
money, more money.
That's why, yo. That's what it's coming down to. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the franchises. They don't care about the story, the history, the legacy, what came out on Nintendo or after that or before that. Yo, can we put something out that's gonna sell 1 million copies within the first month or the first week? If not, we don't want to do it. We don't want to wait on the slow leak. We want the game to, you know, gain traction. We're gonna put out these BS advertisements that's not gonna have half the stuff in the game. We're not gonna finish the game. We'll patch it later. We'll patch it later. You know, and that it's killing the gaming industry. Like, it's really killing it. Like, a lot of people, and that's why we're getting remasters and stuff like that. You know, y'all have to look at the companies doing the remasters. The companies that are doing the remasters are giving us content because they're working on giving us what we really want. That's why I believe we're getting so many remasters.
James got hurt.
Because if not, and they, like, you know, what if they would have just jumped to Halo 5? I mean, whatever the next Halo is. What if they just would have jumped to the next Halo 5 without, you know, at least putting out this Halo and saying, okay, we messed this, and up. So now when we make the next Halo, let's not do any of the crap that we did in this updated remake. Because they're still learning how to, you know, use the hardware. You know what I mean?
especially with the Xbox folks, they got a new SDK with the DX12, like, or being able to use more of the ES RAM out of the system. So that's a whole nother fight in itself, right there.
Yeah, people. I mean, you got to be patient, fans. Like, you know, be patient, guys. Like, enjoy the games that you do have. Like, I don't understand how people keep saying there's no games. Like, I'm looking right now. Physically, I have about 15 Xbox One games and probably 10 digitally. Like, how do y'all not have anything to play? And where are y'all completing these games? Like, what are y'all doing? You know, it's like, I think games come out too fast nowadays too.
Well, that's the company's fault. You know what I mean?
Way
It's
too
the publishers.
fast.
It's the publishers that they're money grabbing and they want to see a quick return. You know. But for the sake of time, we're gonna move on. NYC Playboy, what are your thoughts on how they did? Konami did their Castlevania producer and their Metal Gear producer.
I sort of see a parallel to Konami and what Sega did, because back in the Sega Genesis days, NES days, Sega was a major video game producer, but now they're really Sega really. I think they're more or less not a software, like, they provide.
Yeah, they're more mobile. They're like a shell of what they used to be.
Exactly. I see Konami going down that rabbit hole the way Sega did. Back in the day when we were growing up, Sega made some great games.
Yes, they did.
And I see the sentiment that you guys are talking about, like the Metal Gear Solid, the Castlevania series, on the PC, the I play Castlevania. It's amazing, you know. But you know, like I said,
did you get to play Lords of Shadow on the PC?
Yes,
the first
on
one.
Steam. On Steam.
Oh man, that remastered version had the extra stages and all that stuff, and it was 60 frames. It was beautiful. It was
and
really
combined
good.
with the power of the PC, it was just incredible. I see I see, you know, they whatever these game producers or the studio heads or the investors, they don't value their IPs.
No.
You know, it's all about the quick buck, like everyone says, it's about the quick buck. So I think, you know, 5 years from now, all of these AAA developers will be a shell of their former selves.
Mm-hmm. I definitely see the advent of indie developers, or you know, people like Itagaki, the freaking Kojima, you know, and Mega Man's producer. Like, you see how they're doing Mighty Number 9. Like, they're gonna become their own entities where they're like, hey, I want to make this game. Help me make this game. I think the model is gonna change. The companies like Capcom, Konami, they're all gonna go away, and it's gonna switch to this format. So just like DLC changed the landscape for gaming, Kickstarter, I hope, will do that. But there's good and bad with the Kickstarter, because sometimes these people might not make the games, or something might happen, or you'll pull Anita Sarkeesian and like, hey, where's my return on my investment to you, that type of thing. So.
Right. Also, also with the advent of this July of Windows 10 and DirectX 12 coming out, I believe we're seeing the last iteration of the Xbox gaming console platform, because Microsoft, their money is in computer software, Windows, Office, Exchange. You know, Xbox really doesn't make that much money. It makes money, but it's not compared to their PC platform. And that's what I think the Windows 10, which is combining the
everything,
Xbox and the PC platform together. They're moving away from the console, because, you know, because of the life cycle of the console production. So I see that happen.
Okay. So Shinwar, what are your thoughts on the whole treatment of their producers? I remember on a past podcast you were talking about, you know, these people should be allowed to take their IPs with them. But obviously, Konami owns Castlevania, they own Metal Gear, and that's just not going to be a reality. But, you know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been following that whole thing, but Kojima should just go and do his own thing. Put it behind him and, you know, start something new. Like you said, start a Kickstarter and do a true successor to it. But, yeah, I mean, it's messed up. Konami shouldn't really, you know, treat their people like that, but hey, that's business, and it's really messed up. So that's all I have.
And Tecmo Koei, like, flat out weren't paying people, and they made Dead or Alive, and people were, like, Itagaki had to sue to get the money and all that. I mean, craziness, man. All right, so Nelson, you got the floor to wrap us up on this topic.
Okay. I'm a very upset person right now because of the fact that because of Konami thinks that going the same direction that Capcom did. I'll say it again. The direction that Capcom did by investing $5.6 billion as what they said in mobile markets, and they failed. Now Konami's about to go and do the same shit by releasing Metal Gear Solid and probably like the original Castlevania. No one wants to see that shit. Like, sorry to burst your bubble, but all that shit is emulated right on the phone.
Yeah.
Sorry to burst your fucking bubble.
It's a flooded market. They're not going to make money in it.
They're not.
Too late. It's too late.
They're not. And the fucked up thing is, you're making bad decision moves because you felt like you wasn't a part of the new era of how games supposed to be run and made. You was one of the existing companies that was standing strong to what they wanted to do with their titles, not rush them, nothing. But now you became a bitch, and you're fucking up everything because now you're like, oh, we could get more money. When the fuck did this happen? We should get on this shit. we should make this money now. Fuck gaming. Now that's basically what you're telling me. So as I said before,
But you know what, Nelson? In response to that, sadly, the you know, as the technology has become more advanced, more intricate, it became also more expensive to develop these games. And yeah, it requires more money, but I think that developers, or not the developers, the publishers went to the next level and like, okay, how much extra profit can we make? You know what I mean? Because you got these guys like Matt Trick, who like, this is the direction I want the Xbox One to go in, and look at where he is at now, working in another company, and his pockets are already laced. You know what I mean? And it's the Xbox that suffered.
But
it's the fans that suffered.
It's the fact that why would you go out of your way and say this game is coming on September 1st, have everyone reserve the game, all the stuff that gets towards the reserve, half of it goes to Konami to profit for their production, whether if it's for advertisement or for like the development of the game. Not only that, but they also got crowdfunded several fucking times and over because they actually want to see this game done. But now you're giving us some half-ass shit saying, oh, Kojima's gone, Silent Hill is now gone. And you know what's real fucked up, to add on to this topic real quick? Anyone who had the PT demo, which is called Playable Teaser, which is the playable teaser for Silent Hills, if you had it and you thought like, oh shit, you know, I got away with it, you know, they can't take this game away from me, they took it.
Yep,
they
sure
took
did.
it right off your fucking library. That's how much power they got.
Wow. Get it, Khalif, when did this happen?
This happened last week. They basically they sent me a message. They sent everybody that I know of got like a notification on their PS4 that said, you know, hey, if you have PT and you delete it, you can't re-download it. So a lot of people, and I was actually thinking about doing that shit, like, hey man, I might want to put my because people were selling their PS4s on eBay for like thousands. And mind you, Konami had a way to take that off as well. A lot of those people that were doing that, Konami had a way that they got in contact with eBay and they had those listings removed. But now
do that
even
with Comic-Con folks.
Yeah. But now even if you have, like, I own PT, if I delete it from my PS4, I cannot download it again.
Yep,
you know what? And that's gonna segue us into the next topic, because Nelson and I posted this with the piracy thing for PS4.
Yes.
You know, so wrap us up on this one, Nelson, and
I got one more thing to say.
Go ahead, Luke.
You know what a big issue is too with the video game industry? As far as console gaming, they don't have any. They're not worried about the quote unquote really the black market. You can't really bootleg, you know, games like you can music, or you can almost bootleg or swindle anything. But other than buying pre-owned, you gotta pay for it, or you gotta wait for a price drop, and they definitely take advantage of that. Or you gotta wait for it to come out digitally. You might save $10 digitally, but it's a high-price market. It almost never drops. Like, games are getting more expensive; they're not getting cheaper. And like you said, it does cost more to develop them. But now it's like, oh shoot, well, with digital content, we've been screaming for a while, hey, make it cheaper. It's digital. You know, you don't have to do any shipping, nothing. It's digitally, you know, delivered. So that's another huge factor. It's like the price is going up continuously, but the quality is going down. That's where the issue is.
Because the thing is, they're not spending as much development time because they have to kick it out the door and then like, hey, we'll fix it later. Like we've been saying on this podcast for how many months now?
Yep.
You know?
And ain't no returns either. Once you buy a game, like they've already made their money. Once the company say, hey, we need this many orders, it's done.
And you know what? I'm ashamed to say it's our generation that's now taken over, and it's our peers that are fucking it up. Dumbasses who are in these positions that know full well what they're doing wrong. Know full well what they're doing wrong. They don't care because it's about that money, even at your expense. You're expecting to get something, and it's like, it is what it is. All right, so Nelson, bring us to a close, and then we'll intermission.
Basically, just to round up what I'm trying to say is that Konami has to not try to fall off the track that the fan base that they built upon already, because you already lost people when you guys did not include PES in the lineup, which is technically their version of soccer, which is like one of their grand games that they make.
Yeah,
besides
that
Metal
makes some
Gear
money in Europe.
and Castlevania. So the more you guys fuck up, the more like, you know, I'm just gonna discredit you every single time until you get to nothingness. Just like I did with several other companies, I'm not afraid to put you on blast. So don't fuck up my game.
Who said that, yo?
All
you heard was yeah.
But we're gonna put this topic to an end. We're gonna go into a brief intermission, and then we'll start again with the next topic. And hopefully you guys do stick around. Please comment, rate, and subscribe on the YouTube version of this topic. And for people who are watching live, we have 6 viewers currently, mostly us, but 6 viewers nevertheless. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Well,
Peace.